Friday morning, 6:35, July the 4th, 2025. Old Canton Road, turning right on Lower Roswell Road. We'll be getting 4th of July videos today. I know we'll be looking at a couple of historical videos, maybe Civil War, American Civil War, War between the states, War of Northern Aggression. Take your pick. We will center on the Battle of Atlanta, which took place June, July, August into September 1864. The Atlanta campaign started in the spring up north of Dalton, northeast of Dalton. We have a video of where Sherman broke camp from that morning to start the Atlanta campaign. We've got quite a few Civil War videos. We've created a historical video playlist now. We'll be adding to it our historical educational playlist. Hopefully the information we give out will be accurate. a lot of what comes out of our mouth turns out to be misinformation. But anyway. We're going to go to a trailhead, Nickerjack Creek, which I Googled, and it said there weren't any major battles July 4th, 1864, but there were a couple of skirmishes. One over around a mill over at Covered Mill Bridge, or over Concord Bridge. The other one somewhere around Nickerjack Creek. We're going to go and see if we can find a trailhead history marker down here along the Nickerjack Creek video, or history marker, if we can find it around the trailhead. Now we're recording this with the S22 Ultra. 16:9 aspect ratio, 1920 by 1080 full HD, 30 frames a second. People in a hurry. 4th of July, 6:30 in the morning. I've mentioned this before. This is just my theory. I have no scientific data, information, or anything else to back it up, other than my observations for whatever good they are. I've been driving around for over 6 years now getting video, and drivers have never been particularly good, but since COVID I have noticed an increase in aggressive, fast driving people. Considerable amount of increase in aggressiveness, taking more chances, driving faster, getting closer on your bumper. And my theory is, I'd like to know that, I guess I could Google this and find out, the percentage of people in the United States that got vaccinated, and compare that to crime records as far as aggressive driving and this type of stuff. It would, I'm not going to say it has affected anything, but it would not surprise me if the percentage of the population that got vaccinated are the majority of the people who are driving reckless, more aggressive, with less abandon with more reckless abandon. Just my personal opinion. There is definitely a difference. We're going to be on the lookout for history markers. If we have to, we'll turn around and go back and catch them, see what they are. Awful lot of Civil War history all up through this area. Troop movements, battles, skirmishes, encampments. Most people just fly by, don't pay attention. We've always liked to stop and check out the history markers. Get a view of the Atlanta skyline here. Now we're going to turn right down here. And we're going to see if we can find this trailhead. We'll have to go up here and turn left before 75, before we hit 75. This is Paper Mill. Powers Ferry, I'm sorry. Turning right on Windy Hill. Heading west. Interstate North Parkway, that may be what we need to take. Let's go down one more, see. If we have to, we'll turn around and come back. Maybe one more road up here before we hit 75. Maybe not. That may be what we needed to take there. And I don't know what creek this is going to be. We've got to go 75 here. We need to drop over one lane. Okay, that must be the road we need to take. Yeah. Okay, let's turn it off until we get turned back around. Well, I guess we can go up here and cross the bridge. Let y'all see a little bit of this over on the other side of 75. Why they can't coordinate these lights any better than they do, I don't understand. This has turned into a pretty convoluted setup, but I think it works out a lot better, especially the way they do those crisscrosses over the bridges. That and these roundabouts, I think, are two things that the traffic engineers have gotten correct. Maybe about the only thing they've gotten correct, but okay, we're going to do a 180 here. We've been looking at new Chevrolet vans, or not new, but new to us, used. We test drove one yesterday. Y'all check out that video. I don't know what we're going to end up doing, whether we're going to keep this or not. There was nothing in that test drive that convinced me I need to go in debt $33,000. That's a good example of that crisscross. And we're going to go down the hill. I tell you what. Okay, we'll be turning at that next intersection up there. I think that's going to take us down by this creek here, parking lot for a trailhead. And that may be Nickerjack Creek, but I don't know. No, that won't be Nickerjack. Well, Nickerjack's over around the mill. This was, I can't remember what it was now, but we'll look it up. But we'll see if we can't find a parking lot where the trailhead is down here. If not, this will just be a Cobb County ride-around video. First, July 4th. We'll make a playlist of July 4th, 2025. This will be our first July 4th, 2025 video. When we get back to Athens, we'll put the engine oil cooling lines on. We've got what I call a diaper on the cooling lines now, catching most of the oil that leaks out. And see, they don't have any signs telling what creek this is. That's part of that trail. The parking lot's closed off. You'd think they'd have that open. Huh. Interstate North Parkway, what? That trailhead's going to have to be back over here. Yeah, from that trail, we're going to find a parking lot up here, I think, for that trailhead. Looking on Google, I was thinking we might also find a history marker. Well, obviously I don't know anything about what I'm talking about. We're going to turn this off. This will probably be a wrap. Well, let's go back down. We'll wrap this in a minute, but let's go back down and see if we can go on the other way, on up here, and see if we can find the trailhead. Successful, but see, there's the trail. No, that's no, that's not the trail. Obviously, we know nothing of what we say. I know I've never been here. Walking, biking trails, okay. Windy Ridge. Maybe this is going down where we were trying to find. Going down through here straight ahead. Windy Ridge Parkway. We should have taken Windy Ridge Parkway, I guess. Heck, folks, I don't know. I'll be... wonder if the Braves have something going on the 4th of July today. Walking trails to the left. Where? Well, y'all getting a right around view of Cobb County, huh? As if that's what you want. Coming back up on Windy Ridge Parkway. We are about to... I've got a feeling this whole area is going to be closed off or get real crowded. There's probably a Braves, something going on at Truist Park today. We're going to turn this off, and unless we find the walking trails with a history marker, this will be a wrap.